All right, guys, we are going to get started. Good morning. Happy Monday. All right, let's get to work. Work off the weekend. All right, go ahead and just start rolling your shoulders. Just connect with your breath here. Start to exaggerate that movement. And let your shoulders sink as your ear drops to one side. Go the other way. Good, and take a deep breath up. Exhale, soft fold down into your knees, rib cage to the legs, bend your knees. Inhale all the way up. Exhale over to your right, leaning mountain. Inhale back up. Exhale, soft fold down to your knees. Inhale back up. And exhale to your left. Inhale back up. Exhale, soft fold. And now bring your hands to your shins or the floor. Begin to straighten the back of your legs. Good. Take a breath. Set your hands on the floor. Step back with your right leg. Inhale. Exhale. Revolve your lunge. Both hands down. Step in. Inhale. Exhale and fold. Good. Step back with your left leg. Exhale and revolve. Good. And come center. Step back to downward dog. Roll your shoulders out of your ears. Elbows are drawing in towards each other. Drive the heels down. Lift the hips up. Good. Come forward into plank. And chaturanga to up dog. Good. Soft spine here. Inhale down. Elbows are right by your side. And then just exhale up. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. And one more time. Inhale down. Exhale up. Sit back into tabletop. Cat cow here. And then widen out your knees, toes towards each other. Sit back into child's pose. Roll up onto your shins. And we're going to step forward with the left leg. Inhale into a kneeling lunge here. Good. Now just slide back, straighten your leg, but we're not going to go forward. We're going to lean backwards. So get your balance here. You're actually reaching for your heel of the right leg. Big stretch in that right foot. Good. Then come forward. Feel that stretch in the back. Good. Bring yourself forward so you can take your left leg and bring it back. And then bring your right leg forward. Breathe into this space here. And now straighten your right leg, turn. If you need to take your foot wider for balance, you can. Big press forward through that left leg. And take your breath with you. Hands to the floor. Slide back. Good, come forward, just take that right leg back again and lift to downward dog. Walk or jump to the top of your mat. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Relax the crown of your head. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Good. All right, inhale up. Exhale into prayer. Lift your heart into your thumbs. Belly button pulls in. Take a breath and sit into chair. Bring your hands behind you. Clasp the hands. Roll the shoulders open. Now inhale and straighten your legs. Dive over the legs. Keep your hands on your back or lift them. But on your inhale, sweep the arms forward. Lift your gaze. Take your right leg back, right up into high lunge. Good, and turn to warrior two. Straighten your legs, ease yourself over to that first triangle. Good, from here just bend your left leg and just kind of slide the hand up or the elbow up to your leg. Reach beyond now, push your hip down, extended ankle pose. Now keep that hip in and your leg bent and unhinge. Gaze at the ceiling, sun warrior. Straighten your leg. Turn everything to your right. Big breath in. Exhale over into wide-legged fold. Good, as you walk back toward the top of your mat, turn your feet back to warrior stance. Come up to warrior two again. Straighten. Now turn that triangle. You're going to reach for the floor with your right hand. Now, if you're more flexible, you can get right next to your other foot, to your left foot. If you're less flexible, come out here more toward the center. I'd rather you be more toward the center with straight legs than right next to your foot with a bent leg. Reach through the rib cage, think long legs, long spine. and we turn to a lunge. Take your left leg up to three-leg dog. Take that left leg all the way through to 3 o'clock. Turn that right foot, and we're in a broken triangle here. Hand to the floor, go back to three-leg dog. And split your up dog. Good, tuck your foot, back to three-leg dog. And step forward with your left. Take your right foot halfway in. Leave your left hand on the ground and just enjoy a twist here up to your right. You can lift or you can just set your hand on your hip. Inhale to standing extension. Exhale and fold. And lift all the way back up into mountain pose. Take a breath. Bring the hands. Lift all the way back. Bring the hands. Take a breath. Exhale into your chair. Bring the arms behind you. Roll those shoulders out of your ears. Inhale as you straighten your legs. Dive over into a fold. Add those arms up. You can always leave them on your back, or if you need the support, bring your hands down. Good, now think about that right leg as you breathe. Sweep the arms forward, step back with your left. Come up into high lunge. Good, let's turn to warrior two. Think about pushing that knee toward the outside pinky toe. And over we go to triangle. Good, bend that right knee, forearm to the knee. Reach over as you drop your left hip. Extended angle. Keep the hip in, keep the leg bent, sun warrior. And now straighten your leg again. Spiral around, we're gonna revolve the triangle. Again, if you need to have your leg or hand further out, do that. Find that turn within your spine. There's a little let go of the hip there. And as you turn back to a lunge, good. Take your right leg up to three-leg dog. Push that right leg through to 9 o'clock and open up to your broken triangle. Go back to three-leg dog. And split your up dog. Tuck that back foot and go back to downward dog. Step forward with your right leg, halfway with your left, into a split fold here. Take a breath, leave your right hand down, exhale up to your left. Just releasing the tailbone here. Take a breath into standing extension. Exhale into fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and come up to mountain pose. Take a breath, and to heart center. Good. All right, inhale up. Take your right leg back to warrior three. So it's going to lift behind you. Now bring your hands all the way behind you. And now unhinge to single knee stand, single leg stand. Take a breath. Push that right leg to the side, open the arms up, star. Inhale, reset, come to heart center. Inhale, hands up, same leg. Hinge forward, warrior three. Swim the arms behind you. Single leg stand. Inhale, and then exhale, open to star. And reset into your mountain. One more time on that side. Inhale, warrior three, right leg back. Swim the arms back. Hinge up into single leg stand. Inhale here. And exhale, open into star. And reset to your mountain pose. Good job. All right, inhale up, step halfway back with that right leg. Exhale, split your fold. Good, shift your weight into your left leg. Go up into standing split. If you don't want to do standing split, just stay in your split leg fold. One more deep breath. And then soften that left knee. Step back with your right leg. Come up to warrior two. Good, straighten your leg. And come on over to our triangle pose. Good, turn everything down the right side of your mat. Good, now you may want to angle out your toes just a little bit. Lean into that left leg, so toward the top of your mat. Sit your hips back, reach forward. So I'm making this flat back, and I actually want to get my hand or my head higher than my hips. Good, now watch from here. As I come center, just reset your hand and exhale, turn center. Ah, nice release of the back there. Now we're just going to move with this. Shift to your left, so your arm goes on the inside of your leg, and then we reach forward. Inhale and shift center. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, shift left and reach. Inhale, shift center and rotate. Good. Both hands to the floor. Turn your left foot back toward the top of your mat. Turn your right foot up and go ahead and drop to your knee. Good. Come up into kneeling lunge. Good. Lean to your left and try to touch the floor right underneath your hip. Try not to come forward with your rib cage. Now, if you can't reach the floor, put your hand on your hip. Think about releasing the right rib cage, pushing the right hip out, creating space between the ribs and the hip. Good, and hands to the floor. Take your left leg up to three-leg dog. Kick it through. Broken triangle. Back to three-leg dog. And split your up dog. Good, this time we thread the needle. So take your right hand to your left leg. If you can't get to the toes, just grab your shin or your calf. Roll open. Do your best to get your left shoulder to the floor. Let your breath make that left shoulder rise and fall. No tension there. Make sure you're still reaching with your right leg. That's your bottom one. Roll back to your belly. Keep your leg out. We're just going to sit up. Take the right knee toward the right side of your mat. Push that left foot as far away as it'll go. Sit your body center. And we're splitting our child's pose here. Good, bring that up. Take a breath, lift to downward dog. And now we're going to step or jump in wide. So my heels are out there by the edges of my mat. We're going to sit the hips down. This is garland pose. Now, if you cannot bring your hands up or if your heels are lifted, put your hands on the floor and let your body rest into your hands. So I'm still using my arms to separate my legs here, but it's a little easier on your knees. Breathe into your back here. Good. Hands to the floor. Lift your hips first and walk your feet in. Good. Unhinge. Good. Take a deep breath. Hands come to center. Good job. Inhale up. We're taking the left leg halfway back. Over we go. Split your fold. Now you can stay here or lift that left leg into your standing split. Good. Soften that right knee. Step back with your left, and up we go to warrior two. And over to triangle. Ooh. Good. We're going to shift down the left side of our mat. Go ahead and just relax into your fold here for a second because we didn't do that earlier. Good. And now get that integrity within your core. You're going to lean into your right leg. Forearm or upper arms go into that leg. Drop your hip. Reach away with your hand. Touch, you're trying to get my attention. No. Inhale, shift to the center. You're going to rotate to your left. Left arm up. Inhale, shift right. Exhale, reach out. Inhale, shift center. Exhale and turn. Inhale to your right. Exhale and reach. Inhale, shift center. And exhale and turn. Good. Go ahead and walk back to the top of your mat and drop your knee. Up we go into our kneeling lunge. We're going to lean to your right. Think about pushing your left hip away. Find this lengthening down from the fingertips down to your knee, down that left side of your body. Again, if you need to just put your hand on your hip, that's fine. Try not to hover out in space. We can't release when we're hovering because then we have to balance and control. Good. Come back forward. Lift your right leg into three-leg dog. That's what I don't know what you're in the mood for. Good. Thread that through. And break that triangle using the core here. Back to three-leg dog. Split your up dog. When you're ready, we're going to thread the needle here. So left hand to the right leg. Reach down with that left leg. Try to get that right shoulder to the floor. Really relax into your breath here. Good, release that. Keep your leg out as you roll to your belly. Take your left knee toward the left side of your mat. Your left knee turns in a little. Reach out with that right foot and split your child's pose. Remember, we're trying to be centered here, not over your leg. Good, bring yourself forward. Go to downward dog. Good, jump or step in wide. Take your breath and move into your garland pose. Good, lift your hips, walk your feet in. Good, now inhale up, take the arms all the way up. Exhale with your left leg back to warrior three. Swim behind you and up to single leg stand. Breathe here and then exhale out to star. Reset to center. Inhale up, left leg back. Swim the arms and unhinge. Inhale first, then open up and reset. Inhale, left leg back. Swing the arms, single leg stand, and open up to star, and reset. Well done. Full circle. Good, take a breath here. Exhale, bring the arms behind you, clasp them, open up the collarbones. Good, we're gonna step back with the right leg. Go ahead and turn it, and just walk your foot a little bit wider, straighten your legs. Good, go ahead and take your hips, pull them backward. Reach your heart toward the top of your mat. Over we go. Now, if it's too intense to lift the arms, you can put the arms down. Good, bend your left knee, push your hip down, unhinge. You should be in warrior one here. Hips pressing toward the top of your mat, squared off with the shoulders. Good, now as you come down, take your left arm to the outside of your left leg. Lift your right heel. Revolve, but it's actually a counter revolve to your right. You got to really press down into your hips. If it feels better to have the arm on the inside, you can. You can also bring the elbow up to the leg and rotate there. I think it's hard to balance there. You gotta really push down into your hips. And hands to the floor. Step back to downward dog. Knees to the floor. Sit back. Child's pose. Now slide forwards on your elbows into an elbow plank. Stay on the knees if you need to. Now set your left hand, then your right hand, come up to plank. Down with your left elbow, down with your right elbow. Set your right hand, and then come up with your left. Go down with your right, and down with your left. Drop your knees. Walk back, leave your hands out. Get your hips high though. Playful puppy. Drop your heart to the floor. Pull your shoulder blades down towards your hips. Good, bring that up. Set your hands under your shoulders. Lift into a plank. Inhale, chaturanga. Exhale to up dog. Tuck your toes, downward dog. Walk or jump in. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze, and unhinge. Good, find your shoulder roll. And open up the heart again, hands behind you. Take your left leg all the way back, set it on the floor. Turn it to the side, yep, and then take that right leg just a bit wider. Straighten your legs. Lead with your heart here. Pull the hips back. Exhale over into that intense side stretch. Add the hands or don't. It's up to you. Bend your right knee. Push your left hips in. Up we go. Try to push that left hip around. Strong back knee here. Feel that core pulling the rib cage around. Good. And now as your hand comes to the floor, turn your back heel. Exhale, counter revolve your lunge. Push your hips down. And downward dog. Drop your knees, child's pose. All right, slide forward on your elbows. Lift into an elbow plank. And this time we start with the right. And then go down with the right. And go up with the left. And go down with the left. Set your knees. Just walk your hips back to your knees. And sink the heart into playful puppy. Lift that, reset your hands under your shoulders. Inhale into plank and chaturanga to up dog. And downward dog. Jump or walk to the top of your mat. Take a breath. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, lift your gaze. Unhinge, inhale up. Exhale, this time put your hands behind you on your hips. Push the body forward, open up the front of your body. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Good, and one more hinge and fold. Exhale all the way down. Inhale, standing extension. Exhale and fold. Good, walk back to downward dog. And let's start with the left leg going under. So the left knee is toward the left side of your mat and your left foot is toward the right side of your mat. For pigeon, walk back into your hips. Modify to the hip if you need to. Make this yours, take it forward, keep it high. Breathe into your back body. Good, bring yourself up. Now take your right leg, that's the one behind you, and bring it around to easy pose or half lotus. So I want your right leg in the front or on top, whatever feels good for you. Good, think about walking your sit bones toward the back of your mat. Your heart is going toward the top of your mat. Really try not to let your back, your spine, cave and move backward toward the back of your mat. If you need to put your hands behind you and give yourself a gentle push, you can do that. Just relax here. Now, once your heart is forward, you can fold, but folding is not pushing backward and kind of crunching everything. It's a relax and a melt. Good, unhinge, big breath up here. Good, exhale the hands to prayer. Good, now you're gonna twist toward your top leg. So that should be your right one. So turn your heart. I actually want you to see if you can put your elbow on that right leg and then turn with the prayer hands. Now, if you can't do that, just set your hand across and sit up and turn. Good, come back center. Good, now I just want you to turn your sternum toward that top knee. Exhale, and we're just melting down like you're gonna set your forehead on your knee. Focus on your left knee and hip remaining down on the floor or toward the floor. Allow your neck to relax. And walk yourself up. Great job. So from here, all we're going to do is take this left leg and bring it behind and find our pigeon here. So shift the weight. Do what you need to do on this side. It might be totally different than the other side. Remember to slightly flex that bottom foot. Find a deeper breath through the belly here. Good, and from here we'll walk up. Go ahead, bring yourself to your hip. Now we'll swing that back leg around. That should be your left one. And now it's going to be on top or in front. Doesn't have to do what the other side did. Take a deep breath up. Hands can go behind you or in front. Relax over the hips here. Nice lower back release. And walk that up. Good, now bring the hands to prayer. Turn the rib cage. And we're going to try to twist here. You can twist here, or you can sit up and add that twist there. Really, it's whatever works for your body. Good, and come back center. And now we're just going to turn the heart toward that top leg. Should be your left. Big breath. Melt the rib cage onto your leg. Relax your head like you're going to set your forehead on your knee. Maybe you do. And walk yourself up and center. Good, extend your legs, shake them out. Take your left hand and grab the inside of your left leg. Good, now I want you to flex your right foot and push it down. Come all the way back. This is half happy baby. Push your right leg toward the floor, even if it's totally not touching. I want you to push down. You can even put your hand on the top of your thigh. Just breathe into this hip opening here. Good, now inhale and just gather your legs in. We're gonna sit all the way up, and then as you get to the top, set your legs out wide. Now push your pubic bone toward the floor. So if you need to push your heart here and keep your hands behind you, do that. So it does no good to do this. Again, that's my back going toward the back of my mat. So this is fine too. Or if you can keep that pubic bone pointing downward, then you can add this reach forward. So there's no pressure in my ribs here. My ribs don't feel like they're folding into my hips. They're reaching over and past my hips. Good, and walk yourself up. Go ahead and bring your legs in and reach for the inside of your right leg. Push your left leg down. Come all the way down. So your knee is on the outside of your shoulder here. Again, push your hip down. You can even set your hand on your leg. And on your inhale, gather everything in. This time when we sit up, bring your feet together. And just enjoy that final bound pose with fold. Good, and sit up. If you'd like to keep your bound pose, you can, or bring yourself back and set your feet down and let your knees come together. Just start in one of these poses here. And today, let's go ahead and turn our focus to our breath a little more. So take one hand and put it below your belly button. So if you want to be sure, set your thumb below your belly button and then let your hand rest there. Set the other hand, elbow on the floor, relax it comfortably, but set it just below your heart on your rib cage. At any point, if you want to move into another rest pose with your legs, you can. Just begin to really focus in on your breath. Think about your breath moving past the fingertips at your heart, all the way down to the fingertips at your hips. Feel the muscles of your face relaxing. Spend some time journeying down your back, lingering anywhere you need to. Let your legs be heavy. Take a long breath in and let out your breath as slowly as you can. Take another breath and just let it out like a sigh. Begin to feel your body in contact with the floor. Wiggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, draw your legs into your heart. When you're ready, roll to one side. And join me seated. But just roll your shoulders. On an inhale, really lift and squeeze. Set your hands behind you. Exhale, lift your heart. Inhale up from the outside. Exhale, center. And up. Exhale out. And one more time up. Hands come center. God bless you guys. Namaste. I hope that reset your Monday. Have a great week. I hope to see you on Wednesday. I'll be around for a couple of minutes if you have any questions. Have a great day, guys.
Miss Kelly, thank you so much. Courtney, good to see you.